Things are really piling up.
We'll be safe as kittens.
I can't imagine you guys knew going into WandaVision that the path would lead you here. I mean, at what point did you go, oh my God, like Agatha, what Kathryn is doing with this role, like we have to take this into its own lane?
I mean, at what point did, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby decide that, Hank Pym was going to be an Avenger after being in one issue of Tales to Astonish, not even in his costume. There's just a long history at Marvel dating back 85 years of characters who, are side characters that pop up here and there that just capture the imagination of the audience and grow into their own icons.
Yeah.
And Agatha was no different. She was a side character. She was a villain. But she was, in WandaVision, born from the imagination of Jack Schaefer, brought to life by the incredible Kathryn Hahn, who really made her an icon. Plus that song from the Lopez's, and all of a sudden, she took fire with the audience.
Yeah, it was a bop.
And it was a pop, and we wanted to make our own show about it.
Yeah. I thought you were just gonna say it was the song. It was the song. that was the moment where Agatha exploded onto the zeitgeist, right? Is Agatha redeemable? Is this series trying to redeem him? Is she redeemable? I mean, she killed Sparky.
I mean, I think that what's fun about television, versus maybe other forms, is that you can really dig into the why. Why are characters the way they are? Why do they react to situations the way they do? Why do they have the code of ethics that they have? And with a character like Agatha, who really, she has some morality issues. She is a difficult character to redeem, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I've heard her described like more than a few times, and I think this is a very fitting question for D23, but I've heard her described as like the closest thing Marvel has to a classic Disney movie villain. Do you guys kind of look at her that way?
I've never heard that before, and she is without a doubt the closest thing we have to a classic movie villain.
Yes, it's all right there, and there are many of them are becoming redeemed right now in recent years. So it all adds up. You guys kept seemingly changing the title of this series during filming. Was that that was all just a ruse? You guys were just fucking with us the whole time?
Yes. I can't believe that. I was like, it's Agatha All Along. Don't people realize as soon as we change the title, it's Agatha All Along? But what's great about the title bit, actually, is that because the actual title is Agatha All Along, and it's so perfect. It's so perfect. It ties into WandaVision, and you will see there it ties into the show itself.
Yeah, it was Agatha all along. It's beautiful. I mean, like how fitting that Marvel's first sitcom gets its own spinoff, because it just feels like classic sitcom get their own spinoffs. How would you say this one sort of tonally stays the truest to WandaVision and also departs the most?
Well, it's interesting you say that, because WandaVision really was our love letter to television. We're fans first. That's part of what makes us Marvel, is that we love this stuff, and it is inherent to television that things have spin-offs. And you can look at Marvel, going back to the comics, as being a long series of spin-offs. Everything's spinning off of everything. Yeah. When are we not spinning? Mm-hmm. And this is no different. It continues the story of that Wanda mythology, but also in a very Marvel way, is focusing on this very particular antihero.
Yeah, it digs into some other genres, at least right off the bat. Why the procedural in episode 1, and more specifically Mare of Easttown, which feels like the clearest influence.
Yeah, that was all Jack. We knew that the spell that Agatha was under at the end of WandaVision had to be shattered. And it can't just shatter cleanly. She's stuck as the nosy neighbor. So she had to be kind of stuck in a different television show. Yeah. And Jack was like, we're going to modernize it. What could Kathryn Hahn have been cast in today? And it was Mare of Easttown, and she just ran with it.